Hello, and welcome to a brand new episode of Corey and Kevin Talk About Nothing. If you're tuning in for the first time,
I'm Corey.
I'm Kevin, and welcome to our podcast talk show.
Hello.
Yeah, episode 112.
112.
112. 112. Whoa, 112, 112. Instead of the
Remember
two,
this?
what is it, the 313 and 8 Mile, it's the 112.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And in the office, it's Pam's going to 212 in New York. I just watched the episode. It's just so funny.
That's funny, yeah. I
Yeah.
wouldn't have picked that one up, so that's thanks
No.
for dropping the tidbit in the beginning. Yeah.
For sure. And I did it, and I'm like, okay, he didn't say anything, so let me reiterate.
I'm wearing a Dunder Mifflin hat, but apparently I failed that one.
It's okay. It's all right. No worries. Yeah. Let it out.
I'm so sad,
Better?
man. I'm so sad. So, how have you been since we watched the movie Pig?
I've been okay. I've been all right. I grew more hatred for the movie. I'm just kidding. I'm just
I was gonna
kidding.
say, holy crap!
I watched a couple
Wow.
videos. A lot of people are on my side, but no. Anyways, no. But other than that, man, I've been doing all right. I've been hanging in there. I mean, doing the same old thing, same old thing.
You saying that about Pig, that kind of just reminded me. I know you're reformed in your thinking, as you should be. No, I'm just kidding. But somebody had said, giving this another viewing on Twitter, and it was a picture of the lighthouse. And I'm like,
Oh.
I love that movie. I was like, that is an acting movie. Like,
Yeah.
you
Well,
know.
absolutely, definitely.
And
yeah.
they
It showcased
replied
that.
with, "It's great, isn't it?" I was like, "That's the appropriate response." If you said,
Yes.
"It was garbage," I'm gonna give it a second try. I'd be like, "You could give your life a second try. Be better." I'm just kidding.
Be better.
Just-
So that's
But no, I was very excited. I was like, "Man, the lighthouse." I was like, I feel like
Yeah.
I need to revisit that one. That was a lot of fun.
it was a good movie. You know what I mean? And don't be wrong though. I mean, I had to give it the full second shot. I mean, I didn't give it the first.
Well,
time
yeah,
I watched
you
it, I didn't-
came in like
yeah.
halfway, like you don't even
Oh,
know what
like-
you're really getting into.
And I have no idea what is even going on.
Right.
I don't know any of the storyline whatsoever. All I see is what's happening on you know what I mean, in front of me. So then I'm like, man, I was confused.
Ephraim
when
Winslow.
Yes.
I still remember his name. I can't remember Willem Dafoe's name. Just Ephraim Winslow.
Oh, yeah. What is his name actually?
I don't know. Crazy.
Yeah,
I just call him.
yeah, for sure.
Freaking
Absolutely.
nut
Yeah.
job, you know.
Yep.
So two things I gotta say, and because we like to do this full circle thing here.
Uh-huh,
So the director of The Lighthouse is Robert Eggers, and he's got a new movie coming out called The Northman, which is like a Viking revenge tale, which I don't know if you've seen it. It's got like Alexander Skarsgård, Ethan Hawke, and a load of other people.
I think I might have seen it, but not seen like the name of it at the very beginning or something. Like I got like partially way through on something. I do think so. But anyways, go ahead.
I mean, so if you're an Eggers fan, and you've followed his career, he's got The Witch, which was excellent, slow burn, folk tale, horror story type of thing, like a
Gotcha.
New England folk tale about the witches
Okay.
in the woods there, and then The Lighthouse, and the Northman, man, that just is like such a different scope. I feel like, like this isn't some like almost like single cam, one location type of which is the witch and the lighthouse. This looks a grand scale movie. So
Okay, so now I've 100% seen the preview for this movie.
okay, cool.
I had,
Yeah.
I had to go back and make sure it was the one I was thinking of. That was the right one.
He likes to stick with like history and like kind of
Okay.
like historical facts and bring and work with that material. So I feel like this will be like real true to like Vikings and
Okay,
I'm excited for it. I think that's going to be incredible.
Well, and then wasn't it some sort of like revenge story of some sort?
Something
happened,
it's the subplot for it for the longest time was just a Viking revenge tale. That's all they would call it. And and it's like that's all you need to call it, because that's exactly what it looks is like what we'll get. But obviously there's more depth. It's a Robert Eggers film, so there's obviously way more depth than just the what's on the surface there. And then the other circle I'm going to draw here is Robert Pattinson being in the lighthouse. Dude, I'm getting amped up for the Batman.
Are you?
I'm getting amped up. I'm about to just go buy tickets and be like, we'll figure out the babysitter later. Like I'm ready, dude. I am getting so amped up because, during production, especially when COVID hit and started shutting down movie sets and all that stuff, I feel like there's so many trash, clickbait, garbage stories coming from the set of this movie, and I'm like, you know what? I don't want to hear any of it. And like now that it's done and the release date's so soon, and they're doing the press junkets, it just you could see like the chemistry between them all. You could see that they're having fun and everything, and it just gets me jazzed up, man. I'm just like, all right. And the fact that Robert Pattinson has said, this is definitely a different Batman movie. It's a dark story, and Bruce Wayne is a weirdo. I'm like, that's cool. I'm down. And Paul Dano is amazing. And I think Zoe Kravitz is playing the Catwoman, so that should be knock it out of the park. You have Colin Farrell as the Penguin.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
It's an unbeatable cast. So I'm super excited. But then Pattinson even said that he had so much fun that he was like, I'll play this character forever. Like I would. Wow. He absolutely loved it, and it just seems like and that's another thing he said. This is a really sad movie. Like I'm imagining, since we're going like now, you might not like this where I'm going. You're not going to like this in the least bit. But I feel like with this detective type of because it's funny, another Pattinson thing that he said was like he felt dumb because he didn't realize Batman was like the world's greatest detective. Because for so long now he's just about like him and the superhero stuff and the Justice League stuff. So it's not been in view, right? So anybody who's you read the comics from old and whatnot, they know that there is this piece of Batman that's not truly fully explored. So he said that this is a different Batman, being is that it's a sad story and it's a detective movie, and I'm thinking the prisoners, where you have like this psychological thriller. The director Matt Reeves even came out and said it borderlines a horror movie. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I'm ready for it, because I think you really look at Batman. I mean, when you really look at Batman or Bruce Wayne, dude's a nut job. So,
hands down. It doesn't matter. All of them.
Yeah. So it's like fun because it's going to be like, he's super great, but obviously he's got some screws loose,
Yes.
So yes. I think it's going to be great. I'm really excited. I think he proved himself in Tenet to show that he could pull off the billionaire type of, dress the part, talk the part.
Yep.
And he's proven in plenty of other films, but that he can act, he can do things. So I'm excited. Yeah. He said that. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Your mid thought.
Yeah, he said that that the first time he walked out in the suit on set, the first time he's like, people like started reacting to him differently and whatnot. I'm like, yeah, because their father was like, man, you look like freaking Batman here, like, right in front of me. Like, are you? Like, could you go save that? Could you stop that criminal right there?
Yes.
If I were like a movie star and I got pegged to be Batman and I started it, I would never take a suit off.
Yeah. Oh yeah. How could you?
Change my name to Bruce Wayne, figure out how to become a billionaire, and I'll just own all the fancy gadgets. But anyways, so yeah,
just be Batman.
Just be Batman. I would be Batman.
Huh.
In every life that I could be Batman, I would be Batman.
Got it.
But yeah, super excited because
Yes,
the Batman comes out in March.
And exactly, I was saying it's like March 11th or something, isn't it? I mean, it's actually like I mean, so I mean, it's because don't get me wrong, like I'm definitely excited. I mean, I am a little bit more like cautious with the whole thing, 'cause especially like I mean, this is the thing too is. But listen,
I'm cautious. Okay. Matt Reeves helming this, dude.
Okay,
written and directed.
You love Batman, so this is just special. This is your heart over here, and it hits that right spot. You know, I'm not saying I don't like Batman, but you have a soft spot for this guy already.
This conversation was awful. I'm just kidding.
No, but anyways, you love this man, and anyways, okay.
No Way Home was better.
well, no, but what I'm going off of a lot
Spider-Man's
more action,
your dude.
Exactly. Right, so like the action thing is like what more like that's what I'm kind of based on too. So but maybe going into it not expecting a lot of action and then appreciating the action I get might be actually more fun than when I'm anticipating. That's the only thing that's like I said. Not that I'm not excited. I did. They probably showed us all the action in the 3.5 minute
get out of here. It's a 3-hour movie, so couple minutes. Get out of here. I'm going to lose my freaking mind.
Yeah. It's so funny. The funny part is you're taking it as I'm saying I hate it, bro.
You're going to be like,
I'm not excited.
I'm cautious. I hope this movie's a turd. I hope this one's a big old stinker. So you could be like, I was cautious going into this movie. No, I'm just messing with you. I get it. I am just super
You know
excited.
who I am. I get it.
You know, someone on Twitter put these two scenes together, and it was actually kind of incredible. I don't know if it was done on purpose, but it sure looks like it. So from I think it's Justice League, or maybe Zack Snyder's Justice League, or Batman vs Superman. I'm not exactly sure which one, but Ben Affleck's Batfleck is like he's got him on the ground. He's just beating him, and like the camera angle is like watching him beating him, and then in the trailer you see like that same camera angle and that same wind up and hit. Really? So like I'm like that would be so cool because technically Robert Pattinson's is the younger Batman and Ben Affleck's Batman is like the more getting ready for retirement. So like continuity wise it could work, just him being younger now and him growing up in this whole thing. And I'm like, man, that is just a cool thing if like you just gave nods to, something.
Oh yeah.
Like that.
Well, that'd be sweet. That'd be absolutely awesome.
The Batman. Oh, dude, Paul Dano as the Riddler. Get out of here. I'm cautious. Get out of here. Paul Dano. Do you know who Paul Dano is? Oh, yes, that's right. You didn't like Prisoners.
Exactly.
You didn't like Swiss Army Man.
I did like Swiss Army Man. I was just saying, gosh. Idiot.
That would be a good poster to get. I think that might be one that I have to get.
The Prisoners?
Swiss Army Man. And it's just Prisoners. I made a mistake earlier when I said the. So.
Gotcha. So you mess with me. So, but anyways, if you actually let me finish my thought about it,
Paul Dano.
like I said one word, and then you just went on a tirade of how terrible of a human being I am because I did not like this.
All right. Shoe fits, right?
So, but it's fine.
I don't hear anybody else objected.
That's funny. But anyways, I am excited about it as well, about the movie. I do like the superhero, and I do like Batman, but I'm an action flick kind of guy, and this is not an action flick.
All right.
See? Exactly.
It's just like
the story.
I don't think you get Batman without the action. Like, just because I'm saying it's a detective movie doesn't mean there's not going to be action. It is Batman.
But he's going to fight as a detective, and it's going to be like in the shadows that you don't see. All you're going to get is like noises, Wah, wah, shoo, shoo, shoo. I'm just kidding.
I'm not watching this movie with you. I'm not watching this movie. This will not be a Corey and Kevin outing. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm
this guy's like, well, this sucks. I'll be yelling at you. I'm not sitting next to you. I'll do it.
That's so funny. I'm just kidding. I'm just getting harassing you right now.
I know. I've been jazzed about this movie since Pattinson was picked, and and Matt Reeves helming So I'm just. It's next month, man. You know, it's not even a month away yet. I mean, it's less than a month away. So I'm freaking out. I'm excited. So now, besides that, before you say anything else wrong, besides that, Warner Bros. Released that roll of footage of all the movies coming out. So 2022 is going to be huge, man. You have the Batman coming out in March, and I don't know really the release dates for anything else, but then you have Aquaman coming out, The Flash,
you
Black
have
Adam.
I was going to bring up, isn't I just had it, man. I was just thinking about it. The come on, man. The Marvel guy, the Marvel guy. How can I call myself a fan? Doctor Strange. Jesus.
Oh, yeah. I'm talking DC right now, though. I'm talking DC.
Oh,
this is all
gotcha.
Yeah, this is all DC just for 2022.
Oh, got it. Okay.
So
okay.
you have Batman, Aquaman, The Flash.
Yeah. Now it makes sense.
Black Adam. Yeah, now that makes sense. Yeah. And there might be one more, but I think that might be it. But yeah, that I'm like, Marvel, bro. Like, where are we going? This ain't Marvel Monday.
Sorry. I must have missed what you were going with, and I was just thinking about movies this year.
Right. Right.
So,
well, and I didn't watch. I haven't watched the newest trailer for the Doctor Strange.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Well, we've seen the one.
Yeah, for the trailer. But apparently there's one that people have spotted Professor X, which is interesting because that brings in the X-Men. No, not DC. The X-Men.
Well, he's part. I mean, what is X-Men part of?
Marvel. So why you're drawing confusion is because years and years ago, before there was the Marvel Cinematic Universe, studios purchased the rights from Marvel. So Sony owns Spider-Man, right? They purchased the rights
I know that.
from Marvel for that.
Okay,
same thing. So Fox owned the rights to the X-Men. So, but the nice thing is that with Disney buying Fox a few years ago, they actually acquired the rights to X-Men back. So now X-Men can join the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
That's sweet. Why did I always think that X-Men was the DC character?
Because of probably the confusion of, why isn't the X-Men already involved in Marvel, and why is there a separation? And it's because Fox owned them. And there was no partnership ever like Sony does with Marvel. So what's interesting is Magneto.
Yeah,
his children are Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, but because Fox owned X-Men at the time of all the writing of these movies, they created Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver out of the cube, the Tesseract instead. So they've just been changing things here or there. Which is interesting. So you watched WandaVision, right?
Oh yeah.
So
my brain's a thinking.
Yeah, your brain's like probably exploding right now. But in WandaVision, when her dead brother comes to the door, but it's not Aaron Taylor Johnson Quicksilver, it's Evan Peters Quicksilver. Now, if you think about it, Evan Peters Quicksilver is from the Fox X-Men, and they brought him into WandaVision, which is interesting because since they own X-Men, they can do that kind of stuff, you know? And it's like, okay, well, if you were to like change anything in the past, just like, I mean, if you took Days of Future Past, where you can use an X-Men to go back in time and change things, blah, 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 and brought Quicksilver back to life, well, you could run with either or Aaron Taylor Johnson or Evan Peters, which coincidentally, full circle here. You've watched the movie Kick-Ass, right?
Oh, yeah.
So Aaron Taylor Johnson is Kick-Ass. He's the actor who played Kick-Ass.
Yeah. Okay.
Evan Peters is in that movie, Kick-Ass. So not only were these two in the same movie, but they branched off, and one was in the Marvel Cinematic Universe as Quicksilver, and one was in the Fox X-Men universe as Quicksilver. And I just think that's one of the coolest things in the world. I bet you they called up each other, were like, bro, our God, and Quicksilver is like, whoa, wait, I got it. Kind of like a Dude, Where's My Car moment, you know?
Yeah.
What does mine say? So we die. What does mine say?
Dude.
So anyways, I just went on like a really long rant, but
no, but okay, but one question about before we move on to this thing, okay?
Absolutely.
So, well, okay, so do you remember making a lot of comments about the, with the multiverse and everything kind of collabing with everything else?
Yeah.
I was thinking X-Men, but also like, mixing in like maybe Batman, like, you know what I mean? Possibly. I don't know. You know what I mean? I was just thinking the open world, right? I get it. Yeah. I understand way more because X-Men was actually a part of their whole realm. So they can bring those guys in super easily. And then like the other characters from DC, you can't do that. It's not like, you know what I mean? It's, I don't.
Yeah, right. Like, yeah. So Warner Bros. Owns the rights to DC.
Yes. So, okay. So that's where, remember how my mind was going? I was thinking of X-Men the entire time of getting introduced into Marvel, right? Like into like the movies and like the whole cinematic universe, okay? Mm-hmm. So, but then like, but I'm thinking, well, if they're coming, so is Batman and, you know what I mean? Like everybody else,
they're just opening this portal to anybody.
Yeah. So that's why I'm like, that's crazy. But now it makes more sense to where, like that's never going to happen. X-Men, maybe. You know what I mean?
Dude, who knows? 10 years from now, that would be so cool if they like shook hands and brought like Wolverine and Batman on screen together or some shit. Like, dude, I'd poop my pants. I'd be in theater. People would be like, "What is that smell?" I'd be like, did you see what happened on the screen?
Yeah,
I pooped my pants. You can't expect me not to.
That's one of those proud moments,
I totally pooped my pants because did you see that Wolverine and Batman were hanging out on the same screen together? Okay, just saying. Yeah, that would be cool. I'm not against that at all. Like, I think that would be, like, not all the time. No, I don't think it should be like, let's mash everything together because that's a headache. I mean, Marvel has become kind of a headache with.
Yes.
Well, they need to start retiring characters more than just Captain America and Iron Man, like.
Yes. But what about, like, what if they called it Justice Avengers?
Sounds awful.
Avenger Justice. I mean.
Avenger Justice, man. I feel like, Guardians of the Galaxy after Volume 3, none of the characters that are in Guardians 1, 2, 3. None of the original Guardians will be in any other movie. Drax is done. Gamora is done. Pratt is done. Star-Lord is done. Rocket will be done.
What about Groot?
Groot will be done. Their contracts are up. That's their third movie. Plus, they've been in Avengers movies, so they've hit their quotas and whatnot. And I think, honestly, like, okay, so say a different director helms Guardians. It's time for a different story because James Gunn has done so well bringing these characters, these specific. Because I mean, there's tons of different Guardians of the Galaxy, right? So it's not just these
just Star-Lord. Yeah.
So you can start mixing and matching and pulling in new and doing all sorts of different stuff.
Got it.
But I feel like ending all those characters with James Gunn's last entry in it, I think that's the right thing to do. I think that's kind of a fun way to go out. You came in together, and you all go out together. I think that's pretty cool. Thor, man, I don't know what Hemsworth is doing. Fourth Thor movie, like I don't know. I'm not saying it wouldn't be fun, but
yeah.
When did Thor 1 come out?
Well, I think it was like, I mean, I when I looked it up the first time, I mean, it's definitely like, isn't that one? It's one of the originals, right? Well,
2011. Right?
Yeah.
So you've been playing the same character since 2011.
That's 12 years. I mean,
taking up time.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, that's a lot of time, and he's done other projects. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, at a certain point, like I would think, like, okay, well, there's so many other stories to tell, and you cannot. I mean, having the Eternals come in along with a whole new roster of Avengers and who they're introducing with the shows and all this stuff and everything that we're being open to. It's like, it's a lot, and it might be a little overkill. Like you need to start. Like, oh, okay, we Iron Man died and Captain America retired, but all right, let's get a few more here. So I think Hulk is out. I think because there's going to be a TV show called She-Hulk, and if you notice in what movie was that? Shang-Chi. At the end when they're in the inner sanctum and they're talking with Dr. Banner. He's Dr. Banner again. He's not but remember when they merged together and it was Professor Hulk or whatever?
Yes, yeah.
He's not Professor Hulk and he's just Dr. Banner. So I wonder what's going to happen with She-Hulk. Is he able to like maybe transfer his energy like that gamma to her or something else going to happen? So I think like the original Hulk will be out soon. So I feel like, there's some fatigue there. There's so many stories to tell. You cannot possibly an Avengers movie with 120 heroes. Every frame has one other. It's just like, okay, I love it. Avengers is one of my absolute all-time favorite movies of all time. Seeing, Thor, Captain America, Iron Man, Hawkeye, Black Widow, all together, and Hulk fighting it out and actually coming together for the first time and seeing it on screen, you're like, I've never seen anything like this before, and work. Like it works. Like it's like one of the best.
Absolutely.
But anyways,
I totally agree with you.
Yeah. So I feel like if one day if they want to have like a handshake of where they open up that multiverse and start messing with different planet Earths, then they could bring maybe a couple of DC characters and a couple of Marvel characters together.
Absolutely.
That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool.
I mean, you think Batman and,
Wolverine?
Yeah. Would get along?
Well, no, but they're both like inner rage, bro. Yeah, let's just see these guys like let loose, man. Let's see these two nut jobs just go loose.
Fight it out?
Add Punisher in there.
Oh, true.
Batman's like, bro, I don't kill. Punisher's like, bro, you've been missing out. Check this out.
Yeah,
you see that guy's head? No, exactly.
It's a lot easier that way. When they kick me back, it hurts.
One of the interesting things that I saw that or I had read that, it was one of the things that kind of shapes Batman's story of how he never kills is it's like two ways you can look at it as that's his one rule to prevent him from just going absolute ape, or it's his way of living amongst us mortals, you know what I mean? So you have a code of conduct or something like that. But there's actually like kind of a third reason. So Batman was like destroying so many villains that, well, they actually feared running out of villains. And one of the greatest ways about having villains going to prison is villains talking with other villains in prison and escaping, because now they're like super baddies with eviler plans,
Yeah.
So it's kind of a cool idea that it's not even just like Batman doesn't kill just to kill. Like, hey man, we kind of need villains, like we can't just keep killing villains, Batman's gonna have nobody left to fight. So it's like kind of an interesting idea, and I feel like they were kind of alluding to, this the Batman movie, where he probably won't kill. He probably will give that big old justice and vengeance of knocking you, probably put you in the hospital.
Yeah.
You might die from complications. No, I'm just kidding. But
he did not kill you.
He won't kill you.
Everybody just sleeps.
Yeah, everybody just.
Yeah.
Batman, what did you just do? What? He's just sleeping.
Yeah, they're tired.
He's tired. Yeah, he's tired. It's no big deal. I don't kill.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you just shot that dude with a shotgun. Nope. Never fired a shotgun before in my life.
Non-lethal, I'll tell you that. So,
yeah. So I'm excited for once. I loved Batman vs Superman, but like people dogged on it so much, which is hilarious because now, you talk to most people, like, "Oh yeah, Batman vs Superman was awesome." It's like, where were you when like we needed that support?
Yeah.
Wonder Woman was awesome. The first one, Wonder Woman,
The first one,
1984 was awful.
Just don't talk about
it. WW84,
yeah.
terrible. Man of Steel, I thought Henry Cavill was awesome. He's definitely one of my favorite actors in general.
Okay.
Though. So I just thought he was great. And I'm not a big Superman fan, and I really thought I dug what they did with Superman.
In
with
Justice
Man
League?
of Steel and everything. Yeah, but like with Man of Steel.
Yeah.
And everything.
Okay.
I love the Flash. Justice League was like, okay, if this is what we get, this is what we get, but then once we got Zack Snyder's Justice League, it was like, whoa, okay,
yeah, I'm digging.
You're reeling me back into the DC land here, and then seeing all these previews, I'm just like, dude, I'm more excited for DC stuff than Marvel at this point.
Yeah. Well, Marvel, like you said, Marvel is definitely getting overran.
Yeah, oversaturated. Right, it's just like,
exactly.
Oh, have you watched this? Have you watched this? It's like, man, I watched Far From Home, and then 2 weeks later got to watch No Way From Home, or No Way Home. So like, I paced that out.
You did.
It becomes fatigue, especially when those are not the only movies out there, and it's like so forceful when you dump 4 movies a year and 7 shows. And it's like, hey,
well, I think
if you want to stay up to date, get on it.
I think it's the shows is what killed me, because I can do 6 movies a year if it's just movies. It's the shows that I think that just oversaturated for me this time.
Yeah,
like I didn't want to get started on them. That was the problem.
Well,
that was my thing, and so it took me a
commitment.
long time. Exactly. So it took me a long time to even get started, because I'm like, I can't. Like, the movies are enough for me. I'm already tired of those. Not tired of them, just drowned out. Like, you know, you take it with a grain of salt. I love my Marvel, but I'm just saying, you get drowned out, and then all of a sudden, and then the movies, I'm like, man. And I knew exactly what happened. I started WandaVision, and I finished it within, like, 3 days.
Oh, it was excellent.
I was straight Marvel for 3 days. You know what I mean? It was like, which was fine. But I had to give myself time for it. See, I'm a Spider-Man fan, so Spider-Man I can watch over and over and over again, so. I do think, just so you know, on a side note, real quick, check mark, I'm going to buy every Spider-Man DVD, I think. All of them. Toby's.
DVD?
Well, like Blu-ray or something, but.
How about, like, maybe Laserdisc?
Okay.
Yeah. Get it on Laserdisc. That's a good idea. That's a good investment.
It is. So.
Get a good old record player size movie player. Yeah, I have Far From Home and Homecoming on the Vudu. But I would love to get Spider-Man 1 and 2. Those are great movies. Yeah. I'll probably leave 3 off. I don't need to. I don't need to ever watch that again.
But what if you ever wanted to, though?
Oh,
what if you?
I can be sure that I will never want to watch that movie ever again. It was awful. Spider-Man 3, Tobey Maguire.
Oh yeah,
coming out of the club in his black suit. Obviously, it's a meme everywhere, and it's still used to be like, yeah, this is.
So him walking down spinning afterwards. Yeah. It makes me laugh. It's because all the memes. It's not like just that scene.
Oh, well, exactly. You've seen it everywhere.
That's
so bad. I'm good on that. I'd rather rewatch the Andrew Garfield ones. I like those. I really like the first one. The second one,
the Amazing Spider-Man was good, but
yeah. So DC's coming to kick it in 2022. I'm very excited about that. We're going to kick it off in March.
I'm going to be very honest with you. I used to be a DC fan, and then not like a big fan, but I was like a mixture of all superheroes. I was a superhero fan, and then I went straight Marvel. So like I'm going to have to like do some looking into this stuff and actually like looking to see. Because not that I'm not excited, the superhero stuff, like I said, so I'm still excited about that in general, but actually knowing the background of like, because you said Adam.
Black Adam. Yeah, that's
Black Adam.
That'll be Dwayne the Rock Johnson, kind of like the anti-Superman type of thing.
Got it. Okay. All right.
He said he got more bulked up for this Black Adam role than any other role, and I'm like, dude, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
How do you get
more?
Yeah, how does there
saying.
become more?
Yeah,
That's insane.
But so yeah.
That'd be insane, Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Is The Rock president yet?
24.
2024, The Rock. We'll see. Who knows?
Who knows?
Unite the people.
Yep.
Anyways, so what else is going on, man?
Nothing, man. This last time on the podcast we talked a little bit about the Super Bowl that was coming up.
Yeah, we actually watched it together.
We did. So that was it was fun, I mean, it was a good time.
I had a good time. Yeah. The commercials were good. The halftime show was legendary.
Yeah,
and,
it was absolutely great.
It was intriguing. Jessica and I kind of approached football in an analytical sense, and we were like, asking questions is kind of fun.
Exactly, it's a good time. That's the thing. And so then, and actually, I had fun. It wasn't like you asked like too many questions or
do their
was
shoes
annoying
have to
about
be yellow?
The questions.
Do they have to have?
Well, let me rephrase this. Kevin asked a lot of stupid questions at the very beginning.
Oh, that's rude. That's so rude.
You did. You asked very non-football or actually anything out there questions. To 2 seconds after turning the game on, and then it was fine. It was a good time. Jessica did very well. You guys put your heads together and made everything work out. You guys even came up with why they had to do stuff at the very end of the game by yourselves. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was
It
awesome.
was sweet. Yeah. This guy can't take a little bit of criticism today,
I'm gonna Jim the camera this time. That was fun though. We got a bunch of finger foods and had some delicious snacks.
Yes,
even had some adult beverages.
We did.
Yeah.
We did. I had a couple of them. Lots of chips and dip.
Oh yeah, lots of chips and dip. Guac.
Yeah. So I didn't have any. Actually, didn't have any guac. Okay, so I got to ask you though, how were the cauliflower chicken nuggets?
Oh, they were wonderful. We ate them the next day, and they were so good. Oh, we've had them before. They're so good. You've never had them before. They're so good,
bro. Gotcha. That's what I'm saying. So, because that's why, I forgot about them too. When they were fresh, you know what I mean. So that's why I was just gonna ask if.
Oh yeah, we put them in the fridge, and then the next day we just reheated
them
in the air fryer, and oh man. Put them in some sauce. Oh, they're so good, man. They're like that.
I just want to try them. That's what it's so. I don't know why I was excited for those actually.
Oh, you want to try one? All right. Well, next time I'll grab a couple of bags and have one in the fridge for next time, or the freezer for next time.
Well, yeah. I mean, or I can just buy a small bag of
that too.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. So I mean, I have an air fryer here as well.
They're delicious because it gives me that feeling like I'm eating a chicken wing. Yeah. It's so funny because for the longest time watching Hot Ones, I'm like, there's people that are like that are vegetarian or vegans that don't eat them. I'm like, oh man, cauliflower? That sounds gross, And then I've advanced so far with the cauliflower stuff that I'm like, whatever, I'll try it.
Yeah,
it's
for
wonderful. It's delicious. Cauliflower pizza's really good.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you because everything I've tried, really, cauliflower.
Oh, it's so good.
It's tasty. Yeah, and actually it tastes good. It's not just good. It's actually tasty. It's a good stuff, man. I really liked it. So
yeah, we did try the Chipotle plant-based chorizo recently, and it was good. It was all right. But
just chorizo. It's just
But the problem was so we're not obviously we're not doing dairy, so we don't get the sour cream, and man, sometimes that guac charge just like pisses me off. Like $2.35 that up to my burrito. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So then we'll get like chips of guac added to it later, but then you don't like have enough for the whole burrito. So it's just like really dry. That was my. I'll probably never get it again.
Okay.
just because like I'm not the biggest chorizo fan either. Plus, not having I mean, if I did get it again, I would get some guac on it there for sure because it was just so dry. But anyways, yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, but the Super Bowl, we did vegetable pot stickers. We did the fried green bean things with the wasabi.
Yes, those are really those are so. I don't know why I didn't dip it in any wasabi. I'm super upset with myself over there.
Yeah, pretty weird. But yeah, that was fun, man. And then
it was a good time.
I'm kind of upset because I'm more upset that we spent so much time at the grocery store because I missed some commercials. I guess like there were a bunch more commercials that we didn't get to see, and I'm like I haven't even watched them because I'm like if you don't watch them the day of, then they're just
it's not the same.
It's not the same. I don't care.
Because the thing is you'll see them again. Just watch
TV exactly.
You know what I mean?
Watch some TV.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So. Yeah, that's why we were talking about it when we were actually at the grocery store. And I'm like, no, I don't care. You would have cared more. Now you're wrong. I want to see the game. I'm not saying that by any means.
Right. Well, yeah,
but the commercials leading up to it and during like the first quarter are probably the most expensive and like the biggest ones because those are the most watched times of it too. So
we screwed up.
We screwed up. We still got some. We still saw a lot of good ones, and we saw the halftime show. So actually, we saw the majority. I mean, I think we started watching it. I mean.
Yeah, we
missed much.
We started watching it in the second quarter, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that halftime show, man. That halftime show was
phenomenal, man. It was great.
Was so much nostalgia that I was just like, oh man, these are like the heavy hitters of my life right here. That
seriously, it's huge. Yeah.
Yeah, we're all there. Everything's going on. We're all just like, I feel like I need to go revisit part of my life here, my
100%.
My childhood, and re-listen to these albums because I definitely got the itch too, man. That was great stuff. Dre and Snoop Dogg was just
they killed it.
That was definitely that was definitely my favorite because Dre sounds 100%. The exact absolute. I mean, they all do, but Dre, I don't know. I felt like Dre just came out and killed it.
Yeah.
Like I said, they all did, but Mary J. Blige killed it too.
Oh yeah, well yeah, she definitely did. Yeah.
Have you seen the memes? Because she laid down after her set because she was probably actually tired. It's like she did a lot. She did like way more. Than, well, I mean, I guess 50 Cent was hanging out upside down. That I'd be like, I'm lightheaded now. Start crashing into stuff. Whoa. Yeah. That was incredible to see everybody like that. That was really cool.
That was sweet. But you were saying, did I see the memes of her laying down? Is there a special one that you wanted to see? To talk about?
Yeah, they're pretty funny because they're like me after parenting all day or whatever. And it's just
got it. All right, nice. Okay, cool.
So it's just funny because it's like, I don't know. I don't know why memes are funny. Why are memes funny? Why are memes a thing?
Because they're hilarious.
Memes.
They're mean memes.
Memes.
Well,
yeah.
But other than that, I did do something. I talked about this before.
Oh, yeah.
Ozark. I thought I was actually done with season 2, and then I found out that I was actually only done with season 1. And then when I hit on the season 1 episode, they talked about some stuff that I didn't remember a lot of details to. So I went back and watched the season finale of season 1. And man, did I miss it! I don't know why it didn't spring me forward straight into season 2 and for me to continue watching it. Like that's the craziest part to me. Like I'm mind blown by that because I am like right now I'm like ready to just full forge, just go.
Oh yeah, we finally finished part 1.
Nice. Okay, all right. So, man, I didn't know where they were gonna go with it.
All right, so I remember specifically that I really liked the character that was Darlene Snow, right?
Yeah.
I liked that character. He wasn't the head honcho. He was just like more of like
he's the money guy.
The voice. Yeah, the money guy. Yeah.
Okay.
I really liked his character, so I was not happy with that ending. I mean,
yeah.
It's Darlene Snell, so like it makes sense, whatever. But I was not happy just because I like that character. So
well, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But I remember season 2 being like, oh, okay, no, this is still badass. This still has direction to it, because you almost like, well, the same thing happens at the end of season 3. Is almost like, well, what direction? So like, like you almost get that. I kind of forget what happens at the end of season 2. You'll have to refresh my memory when you get there, because what we just witnessed is just absolute freaking chaos, and I'm like, this is awesome. I'm when part 2 comes out, I'm gonna be real sad once that's over, because this has just been a knock him out of the park. Now it's funny because it's Jason Bateman. We finished it. I'm loving it, and it's such a serious thing. And then I feel like the next day, just flipping through channels on Sling, and there's Dodgeball, and then there's Jason Bateman as one of the announcers, where he's got the sunglasses, the spiky hair, and he's acting like this jackass. I just start laughing so hard, because I'm like, there he is. There's the man. Yep. Like, gotta go to Thunder Force too, where he's like the crab man. Just want to dip you in melted butter.
Good. Yeah. Oh, that's so good.
But yeah, I'm excited for you to keep advancing in that. Let me know what happens at the end of season 2.
Yeah, I'll at least be done with season 2 by the next time we podcast for sure. Yeah, if not fully caught up. I mean, this is how I do it. All of a sudden, binge. Well, yeah. Well, as soon as I get home from work, instead of doing anything else, I'll watch an episode or 2. And I still get my games in, but episode 2 there. Or I might get 3 or 4 or 5 episodes in one night, because I'm just eating and just chilling until I go to bed. I got nothing else going on.
Oh yeah.
So all of a sudden, I got half a season done in one night. That's all I'm saying. So it might only take me 4 or 5 days to get it done.
Oh, I hear it. I believe it. Yeah. We definitely took our time, just because Righteous Gemstones were on, Euphoria's on. We actually are 2 episodes behind on Euphoria right now. We got to watch Righteous Gemstone, 1 episode of Righteous Gemstones. So we got some content to catch up on. But it was nice, because we were like, let's focus on Ozark, get it wrapped up. Yeah, because that's when we could just finish out and wait for part 2 to come out. So and then I've been crushing Modern Family, man. I freaking
that's so
funny, because like every time I start laughing so hard, I'm like, wow, what took us so long to watch this freaking show, man? Like,
yeah, I imagine it's crazy, because I still have not. What's it on?
Right now it's on Peacock, but I didn't know if it was on Hulu or not.
Gotcha. Yeah, I haven't looked. I think I saw it on Peacock at one point, but that might have been a long time ago, where everything could have switched over. I don't know who owns. Is it NBC that owns it?
Yeah. So we've been watching on Peacock. I don't know if it's on Hulu or not. I feel like that was one that was on there, but it might have moved off just because of Peacock now. So who knows?
I'll verify right now.
I'll tell you what, man. That show, it's a huge cast too. When you really break it down by household of how many people are in the show. Yeah. It's a huge cast, and I'll tell you what, man, it's constantly has me laughing and stuff, dude. I love that show.
You just said his name last time. Remember the guy that you thought when I saw him on a commercial? What's the guy's name? The bigger guy in there.
Cam.
Cam. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Cam. Cam was in. Wasn't he just in something else that we watched too recently? That it was more like a little bit of a serious role for him, like a little bit different of a role than that. I'm telling you, if my Google would work right now, I would actually look it up. But for some reason, it's not working. That's why I was asking you his name.
Let me take a look here and see, because I can't. His name is Eric Stonestreet, and he was in Secret Life of Pets 2. Identity Thief. Even though that movie's really not that funny, it has made me laugh in several parts, and his part was very funny.
I could have sworn I just watched something with him in it, man.
I'm not seeing. Oh man, he's in Almost Famous. I had no idea. I freaking love that movie.
Almost Famous.
Have you ever seen that one, man? About the writer for Rolling Stones. It's like a
No.
16-year-old kid who goes touring. Yeah, he's not in anything that we've watched recently, but he's a very funny
crazy.
character.
I don't know what. Oh, you know what I think it was? Bad Teacher.
Oh, you've watched that recently?
Yeah, I was because it's on Netflix. I clicked on it. That might have been what it was. As soon as I seen it, I do think that's what it was actually. Because you're right. Other than that, it'd be nothing else that I would have like watched recently with anything. But that's like one. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because
I do think so.
I'm not seeing anything else. But Jesse Tyler Ferguson. Maybe that's not his name.
Who?
For in Modern Family.
Yeah.
He's Cam's Mitchell.
His partner.
Yeah, let me see. Yeah, Jesse Tyler Ferguson. So he is actually. Have you seen the TV show on? I think it's True TV. Foodies. All right, so it's kind of cool. They'll take like a celebrity or whatever, and they'll come in, and they'll tell them what their favorite fast food dish is, and these chefs will all recreate it in their own way, and then they'll taste test it. And
oh yes, I have 100%. Because I watched somebody they were making a Big Mac the one day.
Okay,
right?
Yeah.
So 100% they made it because I remember there being the fresh. The fresh one, the what is it called? Thousand Island dressing. That's what it like.
Thousand Island dressing. Yep.
Yeah. So it's like their fancy version of it. And then just so you know, I just had to make sure of it because I clicked on my Modern Family is on Hulu. But
oh, nice.
sorry.
There you go. Very
cool.
I
wanted to verify. Yeah. So,
man, we were just talking about food. Oh, so I wanted to bring this up because I did get some information that I don't know if you're privy to at this point about Impractical Jokers.
I know some things, but I mean, fill me in.
Whoa! What do you know?
So I just know that Joe announced that he was essentially leaving the show. I did hear that. Yeah. I heard that. So I don't know exactly the details of that, and I don't know of any intention. So essentially, what I've heard is that.
Oh, that's gotcha. It. So, what's interesting is Joe just did I think a 2-day, like comedy show, which I think he's doing stand-up comedy or something. And his kids came out on the stage, and Bessie, his ex-wife, is, filmed it and stuff. But anyways, I mean, like a sold-out 2-day comedy show. Totally separate from Practical Jokers. So I don't know what he's doing. But anyways, besides that, Practical Jokers, I think, will be coming back in April. And
nice.
The fourth character is going to be revolving with different celebrity guests. The first one being Eric Andre. And I'm like, you know what? That's actually genius because this guy does stuff in public all the time.
So to be a comfortable character, the first one.
Exactly. Yep. So I'm like, I could get in on this. That's a good one to start off with. So it really depends on who the celebrity is and how they're doing it. But
exactly, that's exactly how they're going to do that. Because the thing is, like, they're already being recognized enough. I mean, how's a movie star? I mean, depending on who they get, going to be able to go out there unless they're like some sort of.
I was gonna say, so like if you like don't have the paparazzi and the attention around, it's actually kind of hard to like pick people out without makeup, without the get up and all that stuff sometimes. So,
I guess maybe you're right.
Yeah. So sometimes you could get away with it. Who knows? I mean, Eric Andre still does the Eric Andre show, and
that's true.
I mean that dude's kind of all over the place now. So it's like I don't know how you don't know that man who's approaching you, who is acting absolutely insane, is not Eric Andre.
with the bottle of ranch in his hand. That's all I'm saying.
It's time to ranch up, bro.
Yeah.
You want to hit this?
Talk about a memes. That's
yeah, there you
right
go.
There too.
Craft Punk. One of the funniest things ever is when he's on the subway and he's dressed up as that. It's not him. Somebody else dressed up as Craft Punk. And he like jumps and hits his head on the subway roof. And then like pukes out Kraft macaroni and cheese out of his mouth. And people like freak out, dude. one of the funniest things in the world. But so that'll be interesting. I'm not sure how it's all gonna be. Who knows? Hopefully it's successful for the sake of the other three, and we'll see.
Yeah.
But I figure starting with Eric Andre was pretty. That dude's career is freaking nuts right now. Being on the Righteous Gemstones, his movie with Bad Trip is like a pretty highly watched movie, and
it's actually still. So I was watching Ozark. Like when it goes to that reel to where like if you pause something and you step away for 15 seconds, it goes to reel. Mm-hmm. The first one that pops up every single time for me is that movie. Is his awesome. Movie on there? So I'm just saying it's out there. Like 100%. So
yeah, he's a busy man right now.
Yeah, good for him.
Good for him. But don't forget about the Eric Andre show because I freaking love that show. So make sure you keep cranking those suckers out.
That's funny.
12 minutes of absolute chaos.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. That's all I got. Just had to give you that update about the Impractical Jokers.
I appreciate that.
Interesting.
Yes.
I bet you they probably aren't going to do. I mean, I wonder if they're going to continue doing their cruises that they've been doing every year. You know, I wonder if they'll keep doing their thing. I mean, who knows? I don't know.
Yeah. That's great. And then Joe may even pop back on. I mean, who knows? You know what I mean? As like a producer or something. Man.
Who knows?
I wonder. There's got to be some sort of. That's weird because Joe was. Well, it doesn't matter. To me, Joe was if you ever watch Joe's the one that's like. I'm not saying they all don't do the writing, but Joe is the one behind the scenes, like making things happen, and like.
Well, yeah, and he's always the one that's like they're always trying to get the most out of him.
Yes,
like he's got no shame. He can. I mean, the one where he like you got to go find out which tables are fake, and he's.
Oh my god!
Slamming his body on these things is just like. Insane.
And some people don't know. You just have this random worker just getting jumped on you and spilling water and jumping on your food.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's going to be paid for, but that doesn't change the fact that you just threw water all over me and my food is smashed.
Right.
You know, I'm just saying. So I get it. Good for him.
I agree.
Hopefully he's on to bigger, better things. So
bigger, better things. All right. Well. What are we going to talk about for next week, you know? We'll just, like, leave it a surprise. Maybe it's a surprise podcast now. Surprise.
Surprise. Because especially, I really don't have anything. I mean, I struggled to find something this last week, you know? So, I really...
I mean, yeah.
You know, we'll have to do some looking and figure out something. So, and then if anybody's any suggestions, you know, don't forget, shoot us a tweet. Email us.
Yeah.
Everything's in the description down below.
Boom. Do it.
So...
But all right, everybody. Well, thank you for listening.
Thank you for watching.
And have a wonderful day.
Have a good week, guys.